Well, fellow gentlemen, today I will be answering a question that I've had for about a week or so now. And that is really how Beta 17, low speed physics, and then traction has really affected Enduro and hill climbs as a whole. Those of you boys know that I absolutely adore my Enduro on this game. I spend far too many hours doing it. Oh, hang on. And this is a track. That's not a good start at all. This is a track that has featured many, many times on my channel. It's my favourite of the short enduro courses. One of 5 of Resolute's enduro series. If none of you have heard of it yet, if you're new to the channel, and I didn't realise that this is full sand traction. This is going to make things harder. For some reason, I thought it was normal dirt and we'd be having a lovely time. But okay, so. My old record, oh no, oh crap, actually no, Rubes beat my old lap time around here, so that lap time's going to probably stand forever now, so congratulations on that, Rubes. Old lap times around this track, if you're doing a good lap, it's probably about 8 minutes, just under 8 minutes. This video is probably going to be, if I do an okay run with this new sand traction and with the hills, maybe 10 minutes or so. I'm not going to cut it at all. We'll just see how it goes, and I suppose it's a good excuse really for me to get to do a little bit of enduro again. I've done some the other day with Charlie. You guys saw that quite a long video that I put together of me and him riding the full Krakenberg. This is actually a lot harder, by the way. And yeah, I just wanted to give it a kind of a go by myself, because obviously in that video I was slowing up a lot and waiting for him and so on and so forth. And it's nice when you get a little bit of a rhythm going in enduro. You get yourself into a bit of a groove, and it's just easy. For some reason, it's easier to hit obstacles when you've got a bit of a flow going. Okay, I said it wasn't going to be cut, but I just had the burp of dreams. Oh my god! Note to self: do not drink a Pepsi that quick ever again. Jesus, that was impressive even for my standards. So straight off the bat, this is actually going to be a lot harder than I originally thought. Usually I can get up these hills, because I've done this track so many times. I can get up these hills usually first time, no problem, but the sand traction is adding a whole different element to it. If those of you haven't played any full sand tracks yet since the new update, definitely go and do it. I mentioned in a video the other day that Lommel, for example, the lap times on Lommel were about 20 seconds slower than what they used to be, which is just absolutely crazy for a game like this to kind of lose that much speed in a lap. And it's kind of like rest in peace world records, but in the same way I do feel that it makes it a bit better. It makes sand feel a bit more like sand. Like you're constantly spinning, and I feel like I don't ride sand that often in real life, just because I'm really not a fan of it. I'm much more of a hard pack man myself. I'm not a hard pack man, please don't get that twisted. That's a bit sus, but I'm a hard pack rider. Let's just leave a little break in between those two words there. I just really like my hard pack. So something about sand, and I don't know if it's to do with my riding style. I'm quite I like being precise and smooth on the throttle, which obviously in sand it's completely different. You kind of have to let everything hang out and just keep it absolutely pinned, and it just doesn't suit me. And I suppose it's to each their own, but yeah, this game, sand really didn't feel like sand for the most part, so I'm glad there's been a change. Oh, we're going to fall back down here. However, Krakenberg is the biggest enduro in this game by a long shot, and I'm a little bit worried now, actually, after first time, or just first couple of corners, or almost it's the end of the first sector around here. It's not ruined by any means, but it's definitely going to be a lot slower. But then I suppose it makes it more challenging, and for someone like me that's spent so many laps around here, that majority of the time you can ride around without crashing normally on one of these laps. Oh god, to now have this added extra challenge that is difficult and is making me crash, it's actually quite welcome. And some people always just think that I'm weird, where I enjoy putting myself through this sort of pain, and I know endurance is not for everyone, but I always encourage people, even if you're new to the game, to give enduro this. Hang on, sorry, let me concentrate. This hill is going to be torture. You can barely make it up to the top of it normally. Let's see what it's like now. So we've got to be about off throttle until we get to there. Stop. Oh, I'm gonna have to push it. Oh, this is actually a game changer. This is very, very difficult now. Usually you can kind of barely get up there as it is normally, but yeah, with the extra resistance, with the lack of traction, it's a whole lot different. And the bike that I'm on is the KTM 500, and as far as I'm concerned, this is the best kind of hill climbing bike. It's the best enduro bike, in my opinion at least, just because of how torquey it is. It's all in the bottom end, so you can be really, really gentle on the throttle and just do really well as far as traction goes. There's a hill over there to the left that is also probably going to be a massive pain in the booty hole, but we'll see how it goes when we get there. Let's ease down here. Don't want to go over the bars. There we go. And oh yeah, so sorry, I've got the max HUD back on. I feel like yesterday's video should have been on the Oasis MX track, I believe, the Oasis SX track, sorry, where I talk about having the max HUD back. But when I was first learning Krakenberg, the max HUD to me was such a huge thing, and I know that you get the oh. Okay, that crashed a lot quicker than I thought it would there. I know you get the purists as well, that some people don't like max HUD because they think it takes away from the realism. Obviously, to me, it's still a game. At the end of the day, I like having that information there. And when I was learning these Enduro tracks for the first time, especially the full Krakenberg, Max HUD, the map, was such a huge thing for me to know where I'm going. I don't need it nowadays because I've played it so many times that I know where I'm going. But if you are new on any track, especially these Enduros, I would recommend using it, although I think the track creator Resolute would probably tell you otherwise. I know he's a man that doesn't like his max HUD on these tracks, and it actually the max HUD plugin itself it's actually a little bit taxing on your computer. I'm not sure all the ins and outs, but you can probably get yourself an extra 20 or so frames, maybe even more, if you completely remove max HUD from your game on tracks like these. Obviously, I'm in quite a fortunate position right now where I've got a good PC, so I haven't got to worry about that. But back when I had my old dinosaur, I did have to... hang on. Yeah, back when I had my old dinosaur, I really did have to try. I'm just trying to talk over the music so I don't get copyrighted, because Resolute's a really good track maker and he actually puts effort into his tracks and has like paddock music, and I don't know what the song is, but I'm going to carry on talking until we're in the clip. Okie dokie. Luckily, I don't think it was Poker Face by Lady Gaga. That one plays every now and then, but I don't know what song that was. But better to be safe than sorry, so apologies if I probably blew your ears off there. I've turned my mic volume up recently as well. Okay, that's close. Just because I felt everything was a bit quiet, so I've tried to play around with the audio settings a little bit and see how it is. Got a wave to this man on the left, I always do. He's always nice and supportive of me, rocking the KTM shirt, and I'm on the KTM, so you know you gotta show a little bit of respect. So we've got to back it into this corner. That's something that I really enjoy about the new traction, is being able to step the back end out under braking and control the slide. Previously, I feel like the back end would just come around on you, or you'd wash the front end, but especially in like Supercross and things like that now, I feel like you can be quite aggressive on the brakes and step the back end out a little bit and not be worried about losing traction at all. It's really, really good, and I feel like it's another element that's been added to the game that I really enjoy. Don't backflip here, please. See, this feels like normal traction, but I suppose even the normal traction, it's still been reduced a little bit, because again, normally I'd make it to that hill quite slowly, bearing in mind, but I would make it to the top, and I had to come to a stop that time, or I was going to backflip from leaning too far back. There we go. And this lap time's not bad at all, actually. So in about a minute or so is when I'd usually expect to finish the lap, but I feel like we've probably got maybe a minute and a half or so left of this. We'll probably cross the finish line at maybe 8:45. Might be sooner. It depends how well we get through this section. This section is usually quite slippery at the best of times. So with this added traction, where it's got little kind of jagged bumps here and there, it's very easy to kick your back end out, or even your front end. Back end is usually quite recoverable. It's when your front end suddenly knifes to the side that's very hard to save. Don't fall off the edge of the cliff. Thank you. And then I suppose as this lap is slowly starting to wind down, I suppose I should address the whole point of the video in general is, has Base 17 ruined Enduro? And no, I don't think it has. I think it's certainly made it more challenging, which I think every Enduro enthusiast would agree is the main point of Enduro. It should be challenging, it should be difficult, you shouldn't be able to just ride around like it's a casual Sunday ride. So in that aspect it's really good. The only sad thing, of course, is all of the lap times that we've kind of previously set will essentially stand the test of time unless anything major change in the future, which is the only kind of downside really that I've had about any of the Beta 17 changes, is that the old world records won't really stand anymore. But it's not the end of the world. There we go, 8 minutes 35. I was 10 seconds faster than what I said I'd be at the end there. Not a bad lap time at all, when you can take into account how slow the track has got now with those crashes. But good stuff. As always, I love my Enduro. I could quite happily do an Enduro video every single day for the rest of my channel, but I know not all of you guys are like that. I know not everyone's massive Enduro fans, but this was more of a more of a test for myself, really, to see how the Enduro has changed. I had no idea, like I said, that this track used so much sand traction. I thought it was purely aesthetics, that it looked sandy. But the more you know, you learn something new every day, don't you? Overall, definitely not been ruined by any means. Definitely a challenge, which is nice, and I hope that in the near future we do get we get another Enduro series that Resolute hosts, or someone hosts a full round, because we tried doing it a while back, but we just didn't get enough sign-ups. But the game's changed a hell of a lot since then. The game's grown a lot, and yeah, hopefully people get into it. It's if you're newer to the game and you're trying to really understand slow physics and things like that, and hills and just low speed, just how the bike handles at low speed, then 100% give Enduro a go. It's something that I done in this game. It's something that I done on MX Sim when I was first started playing Sim as well. And I just think it's really good to learn your bike in and out and just see how it handles in different situations. But very short video for me today. I feel like these tracks are always perfect lengths for these sort of videos, just kind of a one lap and done sort of thing. And if you've enjoyed it, as always, please do drop a like. It really helps the channel and spreads the video out to more people. If you are new to the channel and you like what you see here, please do feel free to subscribe. It won't hurt. It's just one button click. And most importantly, like I say every video, whatever it is that you're up to for the rest of the day, I hope you have a lovely day. And until I catch you in the next video, peace.
My tent way too damn dark. Laugh in your face like man dark. Came a long way from the bad days way back. Had to burn down that landmark. Seen some things I ain't really want to see. It's all good. That's what made me me. Now who would I be if I had it easy? Used to break down. Now I'm in a 350. Like whoa, I've been laying way too low. Had to switch up and change my flow. Cause I'm back from the block. Had to bust some rocks and dust off the dust to get back in the box. Now why you wanna